Hello, hello, everybody. So sorry, I am not going to be on again on the same time for tomorrow. I will have a recording for you. This is what I'm making right now for you guys. It's Sunday. I actually have to pick up a really awesome top director in Mary Kay tomorrow from the airport. And this was planned before I had set these new consultant trainings into motion. And I thought she was coming in later. So that's why then once I planned these, I didn't change it. But she's coming in tomorrow at 11:30. And so I wanted to make sure and not skip. And her and I are going to be planning some really awesome strategy for our new consultants and our Great Start program and all kinds of stuff. So we're doing some crazy like connecting brain dump session Monday and Tuesday. And so I didn't want to have to break away, but I wanted to make sure and get this video for you guys. So I want to see if I can see the time if I tap on it. So we are going to dive in. And last week, I know that we had kind of stopped on the part of doing the skincare class, and we had started that journey. We were talking, briefly about booking and coaching, having that goal to be setting some appointments and to work on your eye story. So I know some of you had gone home to go work on your eye story and have that. And so we're going to continue to go through the flip chart. Something I wanted to bring up today was, and I wish I could show this better, maybe I will in another video, but my setup for what I do, for the table when we're sitting down, as far as the placemat and everything you need. So I'm going to tell you off the top of my head. You can kind of make a list of things of like what all goes at a skincare class at each person's table setting the best I can. But maybe at some point I'll show you guys. So these came in your starter kit. Yours probably look a little different because I keep updating them with all the new products. But anyways, these are the placemats. So I put these, sorry, I have the hiccups. I put these down for each person, and then I put them near in there, and I have the tray, right? The plastic tray, and in front of it, I put their customer profile. Something you're going to want to keep in your starter kit are writing pins. So I just like go to the dollar store or Target and I get a big pack of 10 pins for $1. And I keep them in those black mesh baggies that your mirrors came in. I use those bags for so many things. So I have that. I have a pin. At my skincare classes, and no, this didn't come in your starter kit, I do use Skin Vigorate brushes. So you're going to notice as we go through the set sheets, as we go through the skincare class, you're going to see a part of it has a Skin Vigorate brush. So I highly recommend it. If you can't, you'll just have them do it with their fingers and don't worry about that. But if you do, what I recommend for a new consultant who barely can kind of get that going is you at least have 1 or 2 Skin Vigorate brushes, and you get a bunch of brush heads, and then they at least pass the handle around, and then they just pop on their brush head. Eventually, like I have personally 10, and I have decided to choose to demo those so each person can have it, and sometimes I'm still even short of how many I need. I do believe though that it has made a huge difference in their experience in the skincare class. I keep hitting this thing behind me so it doesn't mess with the lighting. But I do think it makes a big difference. Their energy is different. But again, like imperfect action is better than perfect procrastination. So do not get caught up on this thing, right? So you could do something else, but that is what I do. So I'm going to teach you the way that I do it, and I've been seeing a lot of success, and you can tweak it. So anyways, on the side, I normally have a Skin Vigorate brush. I either have a tiny little bowl of water. You can get tiny little plastic bowls from the dollar store that I put some water in, or you could just have like a bowl that you bring or a Tupperware you bring that you fill up with warm water at somebody's sink, and you put all the brush heads in and then just pass them around. I have a cotton ball for each person for the translucent powder. And then I have their facial cloth next to them. I'm trying to think of what else I have for them at their place setting. And I think that's pretty much it. So, that is what it's going to look like when you set up. So going back now, I'm going to open my flip chart with you guys and kind of go through this. Opening it. And practice makes hate to practice makes perfect, but practice makes progress. That's a better saying. So practice makes progress, where you can see the progress. So making sure you're going through this, you're reading it, you're getting familiar with it, not just showing up to a skincare class and going, that went so weird, but I've never even gone through the flip chart before. So we had ended on this page, right, of creating, I have to like move out of the way when I do it, but creating your I story. So we are now going to go into about the company, about Mary Kay. So this is the picture that I have for about Mary Kay. So this is what I love. There is a bunch of stuff in my flip chart that it says about the company, a lot of things. And so this is where I really urge you to go through this, read it, and kind of see what speaks to your heart or what you want to share. Maybe you want to share all of it. Maybe you only want to share bits of it. Maybe you feel like you're talking forever. Maybe something moves you that you feel like, you know, in your intuition as a woman, you know that you need to share more about, you know, our Mary Kay history at this appointment. Maybe it's something you're really passionate about. I mean, I think everybody should be passionate about how our company started because it's really amazing. But I guess I'm just saying that because you don't have to read every single thing on the back of this. I kind of change it up sometimes. But you know, kind of go with the top 3 things if you're feeling a little overwhelmed. You can always just focus on these bullet points right here of like, you know, just these main things and not even have to read the back and kind of look at it and point through it and go through it. So when I talk about the company, it's kind of nice. It says, can anyone here guess how old Mary Kay the company is? And it says, go around and get a guess from every person. Give the winner a little sample or candy. So that's kind of fun. It engages people to connect with you. And, you know, we talked about last time, asking questions is huge. And so it really allows people to listen to you. So that's kind of fun. And this says Mary Kay was a real person, a woman before her time. And then I always point and say, so this is Mary Kay. She's a real person. She's a woman before her time. And I get very, you know, hands-on with this. And I want them to see, like, some people think it's Mary-Kate and Ashley or like whatever they think that our company is named after. We are the #1 skincare and color cosmetics brand in the United States today and #5 brand in the world in direct sales. We are debt-free with the priorities of God first, family second, and career third. Our products are manufactured in the United States, and we do not do any animal testing. We were the first cosmetics company to sign with PETA, agreeing to test on people, not on animals. The Mary Kay Foundation supports the fight against cancers that affect women and donates $20,000 to 150 women's shelters annually. Check to see if your shelter is a recipient of the grant, which, by the way, between Riverside and San Diego, I believe we have at least 10 shelters alone that Mary Kay contributes to. Says when you shop with us, you make a big difference in a lot of ways. At your follow-up appointment, I would love to share with you more great reasons why women love to shop with a company like mine. So that's actually, it seems like it says a lot, but that's such a perfect way to put everything that it says into a quick little nutshell. And I think it really gives a lot of validity of telling where our company comes from and what we stand for. And it gives people such a level of respect for Mary Kay. And I always say, I love to tell you a little bit about Mary Kay as to what would be the difference of why you go to a department store, or why would you rather go to a drugstore, or why would you rather support a small business owner like me and an awesome company like Mary Kay. So I'm going to tell you some of the great reasons in our history about that. Sometimes I share Mary Kay's story, and so if you're reading her autobiography, you'll kind of learn more of how she started this company and her whole reasoning behind it. A big saying I use all the time is, you know, Mary Kay had a vision for women to stay home, earn executive income, be their own boss, but still have freedom and flexibility while being a mom. And so for me, that's a big part, you know, why I do what I do and what I tell people. So just some different little sayings that you might hear me saying, go, she didn't read what the flip chart said. And I'm like, I know, I have like things I've said for years, right? Okay, so the next page as we move into this is, and I got it, this is the page I got to update, is all of our different skincare regimens. And so I like this because this thing is catching on to me. I don't know why I did this. So this part, I think it's really important because I think it shows our variety, and people all have different skin. So that's something I say, you know, I know that everyone here marks that you have all kinds of different things going on with your skin, right? Some of you are experiencing acne. Some of you are learning just how to take care of your skin. Some of you are wanting to really focus on anti-aging or repairing the signs of aging. And so I want to show you all the different skin type or skin systems that we have for people to choose from. And it tells you again a lot about each system, I'm going to go through this right now how I say it, because I don't necessarily read this word for word, but I think it's really great information. So it says, in Mary Kay, we have 4 incredible skincare lines: our botanicals, our clear proof, our miracle set 3D, and our repair set. We actually have a men's line too. So if there's any men, people always ask that. So then I say, so here's all of our different skincare regimens. So this is our Miracle 3D. This is what we're going to try today. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about this in just a moment. But this is for people with fine lines and wrinkles, or just, sensitive skin, really great for anti-aging. So I'm so excited to go through this line with you today. But we have other options. Again, you can read the back of this because it has some really great ways to describe it. I'm just going to describe it to you the way that I do. And then you can read from this and make your own way that you want to describe it. I say this is our Clear Proof line. This is a great line for acne. And, in here, even if you don't have acne, but you have that little friend who wants to come visit you, once a month, the acne treatment gel is like God's gift to zits. And then I say, this is our botanical line. It does not look like this anymore. That is why I need to, I'm going to fix this. Hold on. I think, okay. It was dirty from my makeup, but I need to replace this, but now it's all the pink and white bottles. So I say, this is our botanicals line. This is for our underage, not 18 and under, doesn't really need anti-aging or a simple skincare regimen. And then this is our repair line. So this is our Botox in a bottle. That's what Dr. Oz says. And so it is amazing. It is for deep lines and wrinkles. So if you really want to repair the signs of aging, or you're 30 and you want to be preventative and look beautiful and gorgeous for the rest of your life, or you are 40 plus and you really want to start aggressively taking care of your skin or have a deeper hydration and get to utilize retinol. So, those are some of the things that I say. Again, go ahead and read through the back of this. And then it says this. This is very important, and this is something I say at every skincare class. It says, no matter what brand you use, it is important that you use the entire line, not bits and pieces. Our line is formulated to be the most powerful when working together, and you can add in pieces from the other lines because they are formulated at the same pH levels and can be mixed and matched for the perfect combination for you. Ask me if you need further customization for our follow-up appointment. So that is what they say in the flip chart. What I say is, has anyone ever bought a cleanser from brand X and a moisturizer from brand Z? And everybody raises their hand, and I say, okay. So what happens is those sometimes have ingredients that are conflicting with each other, so it can create a chemical warfare on your face. So when you're telling me I'm oily in this zone, I'm dry in this zone, or I'm getting splotchy, or I'm getting red, it can sometimes just be because of you mixing the different products. So I say, I hope one day, of course, it is all Mary Kay that you are on. But if not, please just try to stay in the same brand of products, because at least those ingredients were meant to be used with each other. And with Mary Kay, since each of the skincare lines are all the same pH level, you can mix and match to make the perfect customized skincare system for you. And that's where you might share, a personal experience, not a long-winded one, but of like, even for me, I use the Miracle Set 3D, but I like to use the lifting serum or the deep wrinkle filler from the repair line. And I use the acne treatment gel, and I use the scrub from the botanicals. So I use all pieces depending on what's going on with my skin. Okay. So now we are going into this page. So this is the overview of getting them prepped for like, what is this Miracle 3D set all about? Kind of giving them some information, because as you start to go through each piece, they are definitely looking down in their mirror. They're looking in their tray. They're trying to figure out how to put it on. That you'll find you're starting to repeat yourself a lot, or they're not really fully as listened or engaged because they're busy doing 2 things at once. So this is your chance to kind of set the tone of what they're going to be able to experience. This is where I'm holding the products a lot as I'm talking to explain them. I have a roll-up bag here too, so I might take out one of the pieces because I want to show you how I hold them. But going into this, so it says, let's talk young, beautiful skin. Technology is always advancing, and the scientists and dermatologists at Mary Kay have recently discovered the fountain of youth. Has anyone heard of resveratrol? So I kind of like look around and I'm like, okay, let's say it all together. Resveratrol. And they all kind of repeat it with you. The more you say it, doesn't it sound like reverse? That's exactly what it does. It reverses fine lines, sun damage, age spots, and more. Simply, resveratrol is what plants produce when they are injured or damaged. It's how they heal themselves. And now it's one of the main ingredients in our 4-step skincare system. Fun fact. 2 other sources of resveratrol can be found in probably 2 of your favorite things. Does anyone want to guess what they are? That does not say that, but I say that. I mean, it says here, but I turn it into a question, and people kind of start guessing, and I'm like, red wine and dark chocolate. I know, now I've got your attention. So they all kind of get excited and kind of laugh, and it takes it away from what we're talking about, right? So the 4-step miracle set is called 3D because it does 3 main things. Gestures are important, you guys, not flailing your arms, but bringing things to the attention, pointing, engaging people. It makes them follow you. I'm someone who talks with my hands a lot. I'm pretty close up to the camera right now, so you can't see as much as I normally potentially move my hands. But pay attention to that. Pay attention to when you're speaking, to just take pauses. And I'm doing it right now. Watch, I just did it. I just did it while I was thinking about it. And to not, we have different things that we say. So pay attention to yourself, record yourself. I just did it again now that I'm saying it. Because there will be things like, or let me, like things that you will say over and over again that are filler words that actually can be very distracting. And so these are things that I've learned actually through my Christian meeting courses and our Theocratic ministry school that I have been able to partake in to really teach speaking skills. And those are huge things: gestures, facial expressions, pausing. I'm someone who talks really fast. I have to pay attention to myself and slow myself down, mirror and match people. If people are excited, I raise my energy level, even if it's not in my comfort zone. If people are more calm and kind of reserved, I actually calm myself down. I get slower, my tone gets lower. So that way they feel comfortable, right? We have to mirror and match people so that they can take us in and they can listen to us. So the 4 things that the miracle set does is it, 1, defends. So these are on here. So I like to point. I'm like, it defends. It defends against the age accelerating free radicals to the skin, and it defends against the look of premature aging, and it delivers results in just 4 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a pretty impatient person. So the fact that I get results in just 4 weeks is so much fun. I mean, you guys are going to see results within a week, but like to have dramatic results in just 4 weeks. And then it's cute what it says here. Don't believe me? Take a selfie tonight and let's take another one in 4 weeks. So you're kind of engaging them. You're kind of prepping them. You're kind of layering them that they're going to be using this product for the next 4 weeks. Okay, so we're going to get started. And then you see this picture of the miracle, the cleanser. And so I love it because people are buying when we're using this flip chart. I know sometimes we get off track. We can just, I can say this whole skincare class without using a flip chart, right? But there's something special that happens with using this. You look duplicatable. People, if they cannot engage with you because they are potentially guarded or whatever is going on with, you know, Susan or Nancy, she can look at this and she can read the bold print of the important pieces about this product. People buy with their eye. So they're not only seeing the beautiful picture, the presentation, us holding it, speaking right. Our language sometimes is only a very small percentage of the communication. Our body language, what they're seeing, is getting a lot of that point across. So it's doing a lot of the selling for us. So make sure that you utilize this, you pay attention to it, and then it helps them to see that they could do this too. So our cleanser, I love what it says up here. If you wanted to keep it so simple, it's a 4-in-1 cleanser. It's going to remove your impurities. It's going to keep your skin feeling clean. It's going to, your skin feels exfoliated and the skin looks brightened. So, the 4-in-1 cleanser comes in 2 formulas. I think that's important to tell people. So I say, you know, if you right now have one that looks kind of creamy, you have a normal to dry formula. And if your girlfriend over there has a clear one, Kind of looks like a gel. She has the oily to combination formula. Now for you consultants who are listening and you're maybe brand new and you're opening your starter kit right now, anything on the back of our products, I'll show you actually, that has a pink stripe on it is for normal to dry skin. So that is our label to know that things are for normal to dry skin. If it has a purple stripe on the back of it, that is for oily to combination skin. So let me show you this right here. So we see, my light is messing. So we see that has a pink stripe. That is for the normal to dry skin. It will tell you right here too, normal to dry skin. So also, just so you know, all of our products are and it says it right here, dermatologist tested, suitable for sensitive skin, oil and fragrance free, and non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic means that it does not clog up the pores and will not create blackheads. Okay, I'm not going to say it right, but a comedogen is a big fancy esthetician word for blackhead. Okay, comedone, that's what it is, comedone. You'd think I know. See, I went to school for this stuff. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So there's that. The purple looks like this. See that? You can see a big difference of the purple, and that's for oily to combination skin. So when I hold the products, when I talk about it, I actually pick it up off the table and I kind of set it onto my hands and hold it with my fingers like this. You're kind of presenting it to people, right? I don't hold it like this and cover it up and be like, this is our 4-in-1 cleanser. It feels comfortable to do that. Even this is our 4-in-1 cleanser. You'll notice that I kind of pick it up and I'm displaying it. I'm creating this romancing effect to it. I sometimes, when I say that I love something, I say, oh my gosh, so this is our 4-in-1 cleanser. And I kind of hold it to my body. My whole body kind of moves with it because I'm making them want it. I'm showing that I love it in ways that I don't have to say, this is amazing. You have to get it. This is our 4-in-1 cleanser. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited for you to try it. Does all that you need to without having to oversell through your mouth, if that makes sense. Okay, so going through the cleanser part, let me put this down. All right, so it comes in 2 different formulas. And the 4-in-1 cleanser does 4 things. It does not say that on the back of here, but I believe it says that up here. So the 4 things it does is it cleanses, it exfoliates, it tones, and it brightens. Okay, so those are the 4 things it does in one. Oh, it does say that on the very first thing. If I just read this flip chart to you and I didn't try to make it up the way that I do, because I've done so many different skincare classes and I mix them together, we wouldn't have this problem right now. So I love what it says in this flip chart. Scoop up your cleanser. Okay, so I have to actually do that. I'm like, all right, so see in well 1, we're going to scoop up your cleanser because they all look at it like they don't know what to do with it. And in your fingers, massage it up and out. Onto your face. Okay, so we're going to just kind of dot it all over. I'm doing this to my actual face so they can copy me because they're all looking at their friends like, so I'm like, scoop up your cleanser, dot it on your face. We're going to go in up and out circles, right? Because we want to go against gravity, right? And so and we're going to get that all over. And as you guys kind of get that on, we're going to go ahead and pass around these cleansing brushes so we can even get a deeper cleanse with your face. So, and it says, if you don't have the brush, we'll just talk about it until they get one. And then you might mention to them as they're kind of getting this on their face, and did you notice that clean, light scent? So that's not an added fragrance. What you're experiencing is the ingredients, including the resveratrol. So now every time you smell this, you're going to get excited knowing that you are reversing the signs of aging. Yay! At your follow-up appointment, we'll make sure to have the right formula for your skin. So you can say that. You can just have the formula for their skin, or you can just choose normal to dry for everybody. Gel cleanser tends to take a little bit more time to get off, but if I have someone really oily, I'm just going to put her in the right formula because it's worth the extra work to get it off, so that way she does not leave a grease ball. So there is that. So we did our cleanser. Then we're passing around this Skin Vigorate brush. So I have them, I say, okay, so what I'm going to have you do is dip your bristles into this little bowl of water. We're going to dampen that because it's going to need to be wet. And then I want you to shake it off a little bit so it doesn't create this like, spray effect onto your face. Because what will happen is if there's too much water on it and you don't shake it off, when they turn it on, the water kind of like spins out of it and they're like, oh, they weren't expecting it. So I try to prep them for those things. Don't over explain things though, like, and freak people out, because sometimes they don't notice it and sometimes they do. So we don't want to like draw attention to something that is like unnecessary. It says, did you ever have a night? So this is how I describe the Skin by Great Brush. Did you ever spend the night at your girlfriend's house when you were young and forget your toothbrush? Then you used your fingers to try and clean your teeth. Well, that's kind of what it's like to clean your face without a cleansing brush. Every time I tell this analogy, people are like, ew, yeah, not the same. Using a cleansing brush gets off 85% more of the dirt and oil and makes your face 85% cleaner than just using your fingers or a washcloth. That's a huge difference, you guys. So when you have a really powerful cleansing like this, it allows the skincare to penetrate into your skin even more, and you can feel an immediate difference. So once you have felt like you're cleansing enough, they are just loving it. They don't want to stop. They're going all over. I'm like, so when you feel like you've cleansed enough, we're going to go ahead and put that down. You're going to take your cleansing cloth. You're going to dip it into the water, wring it out. It unfolds 4 times, and we're going to wipe everything off. Now at home, this is not in your flip chart, I suggest that you go down your neck and your chest, or you can say décolleté, because this actually ages 5 times faster than your face. I know. Another fact I tell people sometimes when I'm talking about the cleanser that is not on your flip chart, if you would like to put it in there, is that every night you don't wash your face, your skin ages 14 days. But I normally ask them in a question, I say, how many days do you think your skin ages every night you don't wash your face? And they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to know. And they're starting to get nervous, and I kind of have them say numbers, and then I'm like, 14 days. And they're like, oh my gosh. So some people only wash once. You might only wash once right now. So it's super important to wash morning and night. So, so that is the Skin by Great one. Now we are on to the day and the night cream. Okay, so these are those 2 little bottles, and and this is what the flip chart says about that. The next 2 products you're going to try are Time Wise 3D Day Cream and Night Cream. I like to say these 2 are married as they work together to fight the signs of aging. The day cream is your protector, and the night cream is your corrector. Which one do you think is the husband, and which one do you think is the wife? And it says to like laugh, and you hold up the tubes and you start to talk about them. So that's kind of just a fun little thing you can say about them if you want. So the day cream, I tell people like a little bit goes a long way. Like, you're not going to believe me, but like a little dabble a little bit goes a long way. It's extremely concentrated. And the reason that our moisturizers are so concentrated is because most moisturizers on the market only hydrate for about 1 to 2 hours because they have a lot of water and fillers in them, and ours are just pure, very concentrated ingredients. So we don't need a lot, right? So it says, go ahead and put the day cream on your face and the night cream on the back of your hand so you can feel them both. If anyone has a sensitivity to sunscreen, you may want to apply it on the back of your hand instead, or asked for me to try the day cream without sunscreen. So we do have day creams without SPF. If someone is extremely oily and feels like the sunscreen makes them oilier, even though I believe that they should have sunscreen on no matter what, they can be in the day cream without the SPF. So know that that is an option. And then it even says here, a little goes a long way. It says that in bold. So start with a small amount and you can always add more. What it doesn't say on here, which I think is really important fact, is that these moisturizers hydrate each for 12 hours. So if you're using one in the night and you're using one in the morning, you're getting that full 24 hours of hydration. And it says good news. It says the night cream works while you rest. Give your skin an extra boost of antioxidants. You'll wake up younger every morning. Something I say too that isn't in here is, having your night cream is like taking a big glass of water before you go to bed. You're going to be more hydrated, more dewy, and it's just really your skin regenerates the best while you're sleeping and does all the work while we're sleeping, and it does all that correcting to where you wake up, like it says, looking younger every morning. Then it says, good news, recognize that scent. Both the day cream and the night creams have our new favorite ingredient, resveratrol. It's like that dark chocolate, immediate satisfaction, morning and night. Because both of these come in both formulas at your follow-up appointment, we can make sure you use the best one for you. I put them in the right one for them. You can choose to just keep it simple and have everything set up, but because I pre-profile, I just have it in there. So that is the day cream and the night cream. This is something I like to do too. Let me actually pull up the cleanser because I have to show you, and the day cream as I hold it and show it to you after I'm done with these steps. And I say, I want you guys to see seriously like how easy this is. So at nighttime, we are going to cleanse. Or at nighttime and daytime, we're going to cleanse, right? So we did that. So in the daytime, then you're just going to use your day cream. So I want you guys to see how simple this is. Literally in 2 pieces of product, we are going to accomplish a minimum of 7 things. We're going to cleanse, exfoliate, tone, brighten, anti-aging, moisturize, and protect with our sunscreen. 7 things done in just 2 steps. How simple is that? I can even do it with my toddler hanging on the back of my leg and get all of my anti-aging things done. So I always tell people, if you don't take the time, time will take you. And then all you have to do is at nighttime, just substitute it with your night cream, right? So still just 2 steps, cleanse, and then do your night cream. And so I like them to see, because sometimes we add in supplements, to our skincare classes. Sometimes I do the charcoal mask. Sometimes I do microdermabrasion. Sometimes we're talking so much about one product, it feels like things are taking so much longer than they actually do when we're at home. So I like to bring it back to how like I can get this done in under 2 minutes. Or, do it in the shower and run out and put my moisturizer on. Okay, then the next part is our eye cream. So this is our eye cream. And so I say the next product I want to share with you is our Time Wise 3D eye cream. Have you ever noticed that the first place a woman will show premature signs of aging is around her eyes? Do you want to know why? So the skin is thinner around our eyes. It's only a quarter inch as thick. It's only a quarter as thick as anywhere else on the face. So something I say too that I heard from someone is the under eye area is like tissue paper. Our face is like Xerox paper and our body is like cardboard paper. So it's really, really important to take care of the under eye area because it's so delicate and gentle. Another thing it tells us on here, it says fewer oil glands directly under the eyes. Have you noticed that teens don't ever get acne in this area, right? It's because we don't have the oil glands. We retain moisture under the eyes. So that creates puffiness, and facial moisturizers have plumping qualities in them. So you don't want that under your eyes. You want a product specifically made for your eye area. So we are going to use your 3D eye cream morning and night. Each time you use it, you get 12 hours of moisture in the eye area, just like the day and the night cream. So that means when you use it twice a day, you've got that 24 hours of moisturization. Does it in your fin. So I have them use the ring finger, and I say, so go ahead and do that. And we're going to stipple right in our eye area, and we might get over here in our crow's feet. And girl, you don't want those brows to fall down and get on your brow bone too. So that is where I tell them to do their eye cream. I also will show you guys a fun little trick you can do with people too to engage them. Is I hold something up flat and I say, all right, I want you to put your hand flat on the table, completely fingers all the way flat. You're going to see them try to just do this and like this is the edge of the table. I'm like, nope, get your hand all the way on the table, and curl your middle finger in, and I want you to lift your thumb. Okay, great. And then I want you to put it down, and then I want you to lift your pointer finger. Okay, awesome. Put it down. I want you to lift your pinky finger. Okay, great. And I want you to lift your ring finger. You guys, I'm actually trying with all my might right now to get my ring finger up. I'm actually shaking. I cannot get it up. And that is because this has the least amount of muscle in our hands. And so this is going to really gently apply the eye cream without tugging and pulling around that really thin area. I always tell people too, the eye cream is going to firm, it's going to brighten, it's going to tighten, it's going to help with puffiness. You're going to see dramatic results in this, but I can give you a gallon of this eye cream, but if you do not drink water, I cannot help you out. So that's a huge thing. All right. So it says here that we have 2 other eye creams in our line. So at your follow-up appointment, we can make sure to see what works best for you. And then this is where I have them kind of take a moment And as their, you know, moisturizer is settled in, I have them take the back of their hands. At this point, they've done satin hands. They've been feeling so many, you know, different textures on their fingers. We're not going to get the same feel. So I have them actually turn their hands around and I have them feel the back of their face. And I say, okay, so how does your face feel? And they're like, ooh. I'm like, tell me some describing words. And they're like, soft, silky, so smooth. Yes. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how your face would feel in 4 weeks from now? Okay. So then I like to have them do that before they move on to the foundation, because sometimes we do the primer and the foundation and they think that was like the magical gift that got them there. And I'm like, girl, we did 4 steps before that. And, that is not, you know, yes, our foundation's amazing, but like, I really want them to know what got them to that point. So this is where you're going to go into foundation. So if you do have foundations to match them, and you can match them in whatever you want, what does come in your starter kit, those are CC creams. So it just comes in 5 shades. And they are, I'm going to tell you about them, but they come in 5 shades. So you have very light, light to medium, medium to deep, deep, and very deep. Okay, so they only come in 5 shades. So it says CC cream. If foundation and moisturizer had a love child, this would be the result. Our complexion correction cream. Okay, so that is what CC stands for, a complexion corrector. It's a perfect combination of a lightweight moisturizer, light coverage foundation, SPF 15, and so much more. It evens out your skin tone, it reduces redness, it moisturizes and gives you a natural lightweight coverage. You will fall in love. During the follow-up appointment, we can customize a color for you too. Because I'm seasoned and I have every foundation color, if I have someone who's really oily skin, I like to match them in our matte foundations. So that's why it's really nice that in the Ready Set Sell bundles, you get to take an opportunity to get the foundations on hand to use as demos in those free bundles that they offer, because I think that is so smart. So you can really build to that collection so you can get people on the right foundation for them. For those of you who prefer a more matte look, I have a translucent powder to help you set your CC cream. So I put in that big rectangle area, or the oval area of your tray, the translucent powder, and that's where you have the cotton ball. So when I'm done with the CC cream, I like to have them dip in that, and then they kind of go ahead and pat it all over afterwards to take any shine away. Because sometimes they're like, I want greasy, and I'm like, no, you just actually moisturize right now. The CC cream is a little bit hydrating, so it's making them look dewy. And so that just totally mattifies them out. I even need some right now because I haven't changed my makeup all day. But so that is something that's very important to have on hand for them, and that comes in your starter kit, right? So you just need a little thing of, I get the biggest cotton balls I can find, the jumbo cotton balls. So just it says just raise your hand, but I already have it on there, and it says we have an entire foundation wardrobe, including cream to powder, mineral powder, and liquid. So if you prefer a different coverage or want to get an expertly matched with your color, we can do that at your follow-up appointment. See how many times it's mentioning the follow-up appointment, right? I do ask them sometimes in the beginning, I'm like, do you want to leave with a clean face or leave with foundation on? And sometimes I give them the option. Okay, so then we go into our review. Okay, so this is where we kind of tied into a big bow, because we just went through a lot of pieces. We spent a lot of time on each piece, and I like to kind of bring it back together of what we just tried. I'm checking my time of how long I've been on here, and I honestly don't remember. I wish I could like have a timer. I think I only have a little bit longer. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this part, and then I'm going to go into the referral game, and then I'm going to save the marketing, because there's so much to that one, for a whole other day. I'm thinking while I'm doing this. Okay. So we're going to review the products. So this is where I start picking everything up. So we started with your cleanser. Does anyone remember? That's what I do. Does anyone remember the 4 things that your cleanser does? And if you have tickets for different games that you play, like raffle tickets, I will give them tickets for answering. So I have them kind of go through that and engages them. I say, yes, we did our 4-in-1 cleanser. We did our Skin Vigorate brush. I do a lot of this, like You loved that, right? I'm getting them to agree with me. And then we did your sunscreen or your day cream. Does anyone remember what the level of SPF was in that? And then we did your night cream. And then we did your eye cream around your eyes. Does anyone remember how many hours that hydrated for every time you use it? And then we did your, oh, I didn't even talk about it because it's not in here, but I do normally let them do foundation primer. I think it makes a huge difference. It's not something you have to do. It doesn't come in your kit, but I do use foundation primer. Foundation primer basically acts like a barrier between your foundation and your skin. It has an oil mattifier in it. It has an SPF 15. It basically helps to fill in all the fine lines, wrinkles, and pores so your foundation goes on so smooth, and it helps it to just stay on all day and not have to keep reapplying. And I'm like, girl, if you're going to take the time to put on your foundation, you might as well keep it on, right? So that's what I say about primer, and they love that. And again, that's why you really, really, really want them to touch their skin before the primer and the foundation, because the primer is so silky and they think it is the primer. And I'm like, it was all the skincare first. So then I go through that. And then I'm like, so that's what we tried today. And then the next page is our referral game. So I have it, sorry, I'm having an itch. I have it written on the back of here of what to say. But I am just going to kind of do it for you right now. So what happens is everybody gets a referral sheet. So in this Zoom, when I email it out, I'm going to attach all the documents that you use at your skincare class. So we have the flip chart, but there are certain things that I print out or have, so that way I can give them to people. And one of those sheets is our referral game. So it has about 20 slots for people to put names and numbers of friends that they want to refer a makeover to. So this is really important to memorize. Sorry, there's like something in my eye. Memorize what you're saying about this, to be able to rehearse it quickly. I know I just told you to talk slowly, but this part you want to do quickly. We're not trying to trick them, but if they think too much into it or you make too big of a deal out of this part, you will actually freak them out. So there is a special way of going about this. So this is what I do. I'm like getting more comfortable because I know I'm going to get animated during this. Stretch my back out. Okay. So I say, okay, so this is the time where we get to play one of those games for one of these prizes I'm giving away. We're going to pretend this is the prize. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to give you guys this prize away. So tell me, I've already kind of started to, I do that. So I'm going to pass something out. So we're going to be able to get that prize in a second. So what you're going to need as I'm passing this out is you're going to need a pen, your phone, and a competitive spirit. Who has the most competitive spirit in here? Oh, she raised her hand first. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do, the biggest compliment you can give me is to gift a makeover to your girlfriend. And that's how I grow my business. And she's just going to get one text from me, and she actually gets a gift card from you. And it'll be on my behalf that I give her a gift card and a free makeover. So whoever can write the most names and numbers in the next couple of minutes is going to get this prize from me. They have to be over the age of 18 and somewhat local, and what do I say? Oh, and if they're over the age of 25, they count as double points. Okay, so on your mark, get set, go. And then I have them start going. They will sometimes ask you like, wait, what are we doing? Wait, what are you gonna say? Wait, whatever. I'm like, oh, we're just gifting a makeover to your friend. So whoever has the most gets the prize. Okay. I don't know people's phone numbers. Oh, that's why we said you could use your phone. Okay, so go ahead and use your phone. Some people, there will be a negative Nancy there. And she's gonna be like, I don't know about giving you my friend's phone number. I think I need to ask her first. And then if you let her go on too long, she's going to ruin it for you, and she gets everybody else questioning it. So I kind of come over to Nancy's shoulder and I say, that's okay. And I just take the sheet away from her because she just is going to keep talking about it because she feels uncomfortable that she's not a part of the game. So if I take it away from her or I flip it over, it quiets her down, doesn't make her feel uncomfortable, and allows everybody else to continue to play the game. Sometimes you'll have older people who are like, I am not playing that game. And that's okay too, you know. And that's where you're just going to have to really do that to book a follow-up party. But for the most part, you guys, for the most part, if your energy is weird when you say this and you feel nervous or you feel awkward, they will feel nervous and they will feel awkward. So it's really, really important that you practice saying this. You practice saying it quickly with enthusiasm. You get through your belief systems on you asking people for this, because it's going to make such a huge difference of how they do it. If you are confident, they feel confident to give you the names and numbers. Again, there's going to be these rare case scenarios, but you guys, this will keep you in business forever if you can master it. I want you to walk through this with me. I want you to imagine that I get some people, you guys, to turn over the paper and give me half a page of more names on the back, okay? I say 2 minutes on my thing. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. I never time it. I do not stare at them while I'm doing this either, okay? I'm not just staring there watching because they feel pressure. This is the time where I'm going around picking up their trays, cleaning out the water, cleaning up the table so there's not all this stuff around, so they can think more clearly as they're going forward, as I'm going to share the marketing and pass out more papers, as I'm going to be doing the close. I want them to feel clutter free. I don't want them to feel like I'm looking down their shoulder of this pressure to play this game. And so it keeps me busy. But what it does is they're losing track of time. They're hurrying. They're writing. Sometimes like, ooh, she's got a lot. Like I'm egging them on. But I don't do 2 minutes. I let it go on for a while sometimes. I sometimes just let it go if like it just, sometimes it depends on when a song is ending that sounds right. Sometimes it's the energy in the room of nobody's really moving, so I'm going to end it maybe sooner than later. Sometimes they're all going crazy at it, so I just let them keep going, turning over the papers. You know, sometimes it's to whoever gets to the first 21st, because I have multiple people going, why am I going to stop this flow if they're loving it and going, right? So don't be like, I'm going to time you in this. I don't time it, okay? I'm more so watching of when people slow down or when they're over it or whatever, right? So that's really important to pay attention to, but I want to walk through this with you. You're a new consultant who's feeling like you don't have a lot of names and numbers to work with. You get at least 3 people in front of you. At a minimum, each person at least writes down half of this sheet. 10 names each. You could walk away with 30 new names and numbers. 1 out of every 10 of these, sometimes more, typically book with you. So that could be 3 new parties in itself, right? So then I want to expand your thinking. I am sometimes at an appointment with 6 people and all 6 of them write a minimum of 20. That is 120 leads I am leading with for a 3-minute to 4-minute game and a prize that I'm giving away. It can be some sample out of your starter kit. I have a lot of old eyeshadows since we've redone the eyeshadows. I get those little mini deluxes from section 2, the little mini eye makeup removers or mascaras. I'm not spending a fortune on these, but let me tell you, the $2 to $4 spent on this is gold of what some people pay for referrals these days or leads. So you really, really, really want to master this referral game, because if you can master booking parties from your parties of follow-ups and you can master the referral game, you will never be out of business. So that is my little teaching on that. So we got through the body of the skincare now, and we got through the referral game. And next week, we are going to work on the marketing of how to do the marketing and how to do the close and the individual close of the skincare class. And then after that, I think what my plan is to do is then go into our career path and team building. So I know that this skincare class kind of got split up into 3, but there's a lot of pieces to this, you guys. And I really want you to feel comfortable, and I really want you to master this skincare class. And then we'll go on to the other things that were kind of planned. So I know that this new consultant training is kind of being extended a little bit, but I hope that you're enjoying it. I would love to hear your feedback. I'm sorry I couldn't be on with you guys live, but I'm just happy that we can engage and that this is helping you in some way. So I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a fabulous, powerful, packed week. I know that this is a holiday week, but you know, we have Black Friday coming up, and we have Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday. And so there's so many exciting things to be able to take advantage of in your business. And I just want you to not get discouraged, because if you are brand new and you are watching it, you are still building your client base and your customer base. So what you're doing right now, if you reach out to people and you're like, that's not as big as that other consultant, you are training your customers now to get used to these sales, because as you get to the next Pink Friday, you're going to have so many more customers to work with, and you're getting yourself in the habit and getting in the self of the, script and all that stuff. So how exciting is it that you get to be a part of these great things that everybody wants to spend money, and you get to be the beneficiary of that? So we got to start training them, because they're not used to you doing that. They're not used to your offer. And so we are training our customers right now. All right, you guys, I am going to go, and I will be sending this to you very soon. I feel so weird because I've been doing this one by myself, but I will talk to you guys in a little bit, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.